Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we are creating this hero section using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And we also have this animation for all the elements of the website. Now in the previous video, we created the desktop version of our hero section. Now in this video, I'll show you how to make this responsive. So this is how the responsive version looks. So we're going to create this design in this video. Let's get started. Now for the responsive version, we have this menu icon displayed over here. And when we click on this menu icon, we have these menus displayed. And this is for the mobile version. So first of all, let's create the markup of this menu. So let's go to the HTML file. And here, let's go inside the container division. And let's create a division with the class of mobile menu or mobile menu items. And in this, we will copy and paste these same menus. And let's paste it over here. Right now, let's go back to our design. And now let's go ahead and hide this menu that we have in the desktop version. So let's go to the style.css file and let's create a media query. So let's tap at media and let's tap max width and let's set it to 800 pixels. So whenever the width of the screen is less than 800 pixels, all the CSS inside this block will be added to our design. So here let's add the selector of the menu items of the desktop version. So here we can see we have this menu items division inside the nav. So let's tap nav menu items and let's set the display to none. And now we can see that the desktop menu items have disappeared. And here we have this mobile menu items displayed. So let's go ahead and style that. So here let's type mobile menu items and let's set the position to absolute and let's set the display to flex and the flex direction to column and let's add a background color of white and let's set the top value to 70 pixels and let's set the right value to, let's try 30 pixels. Right now let's add a gap of 16 pixels between the elements and let's set a padding of 16 pixels and let's tap align items to the center. Alright, so that's it with the design of our mobile menu items. Now let's go ahead and create this menu icon over here. So let's go to heroicons.com. So here I'm in heroicons.com and let's search for menu and let's copy this SVG from here and let's go to the HTML file. And here after this menu items division, let's create a division with the class of menu icon and let's paste the SVG over here. And let's go to the style.css file and let's go ahead and add some styles to that. So here let's tap nav menu icon and in this we have the SVG. So let's tap SVG and let's set the width of the SVG to 30 pixels. And let's also add some padding to the menu icon. So let's tap padding and let's set the padding to 8 pixels. And let's also set the cursor to pointer. And I think we can bring the padding down a little bit. So let's set the padding to 4 pixels. And I think that looks alright. Now this icon is not exactly in the center. So for that we need to tap display of flex. And now it is exactly in the center. Now we don't want to display this mobile menu items and this menu icon in the desktop version. So for that, let's go ahead and create a comment. I'll just type hidden items and here let's type menu icon or nav menu icon and mobile menu items and let's set the display to none. And here in the mobile version, let's type nav menu icon and let's set the display to block and let's target the mobile menu items and let's set the display to flex. Now for this text content, we want this heading to be on the top and this paragraph to be at the bottom. So for that, let's go ahead and take a look at the HTML. So here we can see we have this hero section and in that we have the container and in the container we have the left and the right divisions. So if we take a look at the CSS, here for the container we have set the display to flex. Now we need to set the flex direction to column when we are on smaller screens. So here let's type hero container and let's set the flex direction to column and let's add a gap of 16 pixels between the elements. Right now let's decrease the font size of this heading on smaller screens. So let's tap hero, and we have an H1, and let's set the font size to 30 pixels. Now we don't want this mobile menu items to be displayed by default. So here by default, I'll just set the opacity to 0 and pointer events to none. And here let's add a class called active. So when we have this active class, we will set the opacity back to 1 and pointer events to auto. Right now let's open the desktop version and let's see whether we have any problems, and everything looks alright. So now let's add the functionality of displaying the mobile menu items when we click on this menu icon. So for that we will go to the JavaScript file, and let's go ahead and target this menu icon and also the mobile menu items. So here we can see we have this division with the class of mobile menu items and also this division with the class of menu icon. So let's type const menu icon equals document.querySelector, and let's type nav menu icon, and let's target the mobile menu items. So let's type const mobile menu items equals document.querySelector nav mobile menu items. And now let's add an event listener to this menu icon. So let's type menu icon dot add event listener, and let's listen for the click event. And when we click on the menu icon, we want to add and remove the active class to the mobile menu items because we have added the styles over here. So let's type mobile menu items dot class list dot toggle, and let's type active over here. And now if we click on this menu icon, we have the menu items displayed, and if I click on it once again, it disappears. So it is working alright. So with that, we have made our hero section responsive. Now in the next video, we will add the animation to our hero section. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.